We are at Village Hall on a very cold winter day with Todd Renahan from American Legion Post 1247. That's our Legion post here in town and in the area. And we're here to talk about the Vernon Hills, the Village's Military Honors Banner Program, which is, man, it took off, and it's been a really important thing. In a nutshell, can you explain to people what this program is and why it is?
Sure. Last year, the village came to us to say one of the trustees, Dr. Oppenheim, was out of town in New York and saw this program in the town that he's from and decided to bring it back to Vernon Hills. And when I found out about it, I about hit the floor. I was really surprised about it. And then step two came along with the village wants to pay for everything. So I'm usually pretty vocal, but that was a time I said, Todd, just let the village help us out. So they did. And what they're doing is honoring veterans that have, whether they've served years ago, like myself, or the active duty military, like my daughter that's serving right now. Once word got out, we found, I think it's a half a dozen active duty military that graduated from Vernon Hills High School that are in Hawaii, Alaska, Florida, wherever they're at, all across the country, really. And then we've got some of us older folks that, whether they served 20 or 30 years ago or maybe 50 years ago, they're recognizing everyone that did serve.
Well, and that's the thing. It's recognizing and honoring those people that have, they make a commitment to serve on all of our behalf, and they serve our nation like this. And so it's a way to just put banners up on some light poles so that we get to know who those people are. And it's pretty simple. It's kind of like name, rank, and serial number and a great photo. And to me, that it's just a beautiful thing to see.
It is something to see that when you serve because you wanted to, and you don't realize how important that is to so many other civilians or folks in the village. And then you get that pat on the back and you realize this is a big deal, because 1% of Americans serve in the military. That's a very small number. So we are a small group of folks, so it's very appreciative when the village recognizes us like this, because you don't see this all across America. You see it here in Vernon Hills, which is spectacular.
Well, Vernon Hills is that kind of, we might be kind of a big town now, but we still got that small town heart, and like you talked about those, whether it be the veterans or the kids that have recently come out of Vernon Hills High School. I know that you've heard from parents who it means the world to see their son or daughter's photo up there and remember that somebody cares.
It is spectacular. We had one of the gentlemen that was his pictures on the banner. He's serving in Alaska, and he was home on leave at Christmas time. So he's from Alaska, connected him to my daughter, that they were in class together through Hawaii to Vernon Hills, and we went out. I took him out for dinner just to talk Army talk, because even though 1990 was a long time ago, we still knew the same lingo, and we served, and we still went through everything together.
Well, that makes me want to jump ahead a little. We'll come back to how to get on these banners and what you can do, but you're talking about connection and having that shared experience across generations or peer-to-peer in the real time. That's kind of what you guys are all about. You've got people that have experiences together, and you support each other, and you know where the resources are, and you do a lot of good in the community for everybody, veterans and otherwise.
Thank you. We do. We kind of going through the calendar, what we do is we start off with Memorial Day. We have a service that we have at 3 different cemeteries, and to honor the fallen. We have a ceremony there. We've also, on one of those days, we have people, regular civilians in the neighborhood, come in and help us place flags at the grave sites. So that helps a lot of folks understand the importance of what we do. And then certainly with 4th of July, we lead the parade with 4th of July. And some of the guys are a little older, can't walk the 1.5 miles, but if you can, please come check us out. But the guys that cannot walk the 1.5 miles, they're in a truck, following behind. We've had great support with the village and the residents of the town as well. And then we have a bingo throughout the year. First Thursday of every month, got one coming up. So the first Thursday of the month in the winter months, October through April, as we have, it starts at 6 o'clock right here at the Muni Golf Course, the 9-hole course. It's free to come in. It's $1 per card per game. But then we take that money that we've raised. Also, the golf outing that we have at the end, last Saturday of August, we've had, I think, 4 of them now, last Saturday of August, and the village helps support that as well. But then we take those funds that we receive and help the veterans in the area, whether it's a 25-year-old veteran that's having challenges or a 75-year-old veteran, anywhere in between, and help them, whether it's through the Midwest Veterans Closet, the VAC, any veterans that we know ourselves. We have a gentleman that we're helping right now that had lost his wife and having challenging times. He's about 80 years old. And he has to have somebody drive him to the doctor's office. And so we've got some of our vets with the American Legion that are helping out with that. So that's just what they do, what we do.
Yeah, it is, and it is what you do, and it's the whole community, but you guys continue to serve just as you always have. You serve because that's what you guys are.
That's what we do, and it's fun once you're in the military. Doesn't matter what branch you're in, what rank you are. We all have that camaraderie and that a bit of razzing each other. Doesn't matter what the branch was or when they were in. We've all had that lingo, and we all know.
And I think that's, when you talk about reaching across generations, across divisions, I mean, that's what these banners do too, is you're honoring people that are just fresh into service, and then those who, for instance, coming up for the 2023 banner year, we're already honoring, we know we're going to have the late Jim Heyer, who served on an aircraft carrier. Was that World War One? I mean, was it two? I mean, yeah, and God bless his memory, because what a lot that man did for veterans and for just people in the community. What a nice thing to be able to honor him, even in a small way, with a banner.
Yes, it's something to think that those pictures, although we may be in our 30s, 50s, or 70s, those pictures when we were 18 to 22 years old, we were different young men and women at the time. And what have we done after that? I mean, look at former trustee Jim Schultz. He served his community for a long time, and we saluted him for when he retired as well. And he's got a banner. And if you served in the military, it doesn't matter what branch it was, we want to know about you and put your name on a banner and recognize your achievements for those 2 to 4 years, whatever it might have been, serving your country.
Well, and it's easy. There's an application on the village website. It's easy. It is literally your name, your contact information. The photo is a key, if you can get a photo you like, and the village covers the cost. And they're going to try to do, 10, 15, 20 banners a year. However, they want to take care of everybody, and we'll just keep adding. And there's a web page on the village website that you can see all those people we've honored so far,
Right.
and see those names, and see those people or kids of people here from the neighborhoods, and then we'll go forward and get that next class going.
That's right. We have all the backgrounds, and I was talking to a gentleman just the other day who was just reviewing, having a conversation with him. Sure enough, he earned, didn't win, he earned the Bronze Star in Vietnam. So, I just served. And here I am talking, talk about a hero. He wouldn't say that by any means. But they don't just pass out a Bronze Star in the military. He earned that one. But who knows that?
Right.
And now that's not going to be on the banner. However, his name and rank and his picture is going to be on a banner saying that I served my country some time ago.
Well, it's not, and that's another reason it's nice to put those pictures and names up there, because you all that come through the service are pretty quiet about it. You serve quietly, and then you go on to continue to serve your community, but you're not big on, shouting it out. That's not how the military service works, so it's good we can honor them. So this is something that somebody else can turn in an application for somebody. Like if you have a parent or a neighbor or you can do it on their behalf. We want a photo release, we want to make sure they're okay with it, but sometimes it takes somebody else to nominate somebody like this to get them up on a light pole.
Yes, it does. As you said, it's so easy. Fill out the person's name and get the process going. The toughest part is finding a picture that we're all going to be a few years younger than we were 30 years ago, but just finding that picture. And even if you've been out 5 years, it's still oh my gosh, what picture should I put up? Yeah. But it's just a picture of yourself, and put it up there and let the residents of Vernon Hills pat you on the back.
Excellent. And like I said, go online. Not only is the application there, you can always call Village Hall and get a paper application or ask questions and see those people that are on the list of who we've honored and who we can still honor. Keep that in mind, everybody, as we go forward. Not just this season, but hopefully years to come. Now, and let's circle back on American Legion Post 1247. If somebody wants to get connected, if somebody wants to be part of your group, if somebody needs help and they need to talk to somebody who's been through some of the things they have, how do they connect with y'all?
Best way is to go to my email, t.renahan yahoo.com. I'll reach out to you, talk to you, find out how can we help you, if it's from an assistance standpoint, financial, or getting you connected with the veteran, the BAC, or ourselves. Let us know. It's always a one-on-one conversation for that.
And similarly, if there's people out there that want to help y'all, whether it be show up at bingo, come to the golf outing, or if they're veterans that want to just get a little bit more involved, again, reach out to you.
Yes, reach out to me. The nice thing, what I like about our group is that we have a meeting every other month, the third Thursday of the month, that we have that. And then we have the bingo. It's a nice, relaxed chance to get around and talk and quote unquote tell old war stories, catch up with what we've been doing. And it's fun for me, as you mentioned, Lynn, that it's all the different generations. Well, I'm a couple years younger than my fellow legionnaires that served in Vietnam at that time, but we all have that banter and we can all understand and relate. And some of the guys will ask me how the internet works, but but it is but it is a lot of fun because we can banter back and forth and understand what people are going through.
And so the bottom line is, let's honor people and let's stay connected. That's what Vernon Hills is about. That's what community is about, taking care of each other, staying connected and do what you can. Todd Renahan knows a lot about what's going on everywhere, so make sure you reach out. And as always, reach out to Village Hall, too. There's a lot of resources that they can connect you with here. So thank you for taking the time. Thank you for all that you all do over at the American Legion, and best wishes as we get another set of banners going.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your help.